but do you want to explain a little bit more about why you're seeing so many women that are going through the menopause transition?
Yeah. So generally, I find that clients reach out to me in points of transition, times when their body is changing. So adolescence, postnatal, and then also menopause. Most women gain weight during this time, which I'm helpful probably for you to share. I mean, why that is. I mean, it's a normal thing that bodies do to support us through this phase. The diet culture that we live in, it can bring up a lot of body image issues and struggles. Appetites change, our sleep can sometimes become disrupted. And so the response generally for a lot of women is to start to diet, to try to fight their body. And this just ends up leading them on the wagon, off the wagon. And usually these attempts don't work. And so then when, for many of them, they get to a point where they're ready to like stop battling their body. And that's when they reach out to me, when people are wanting to make peace with food and body image. And how do I show up for myself during this time?
Yeah, I hear from so many women that throughout their 20s and 30s, they kind of figured out something that worked to kind of keep them at a stable weight and feeling their best. And then all of a sudden it just starts to fall apart somewhere in their 40s. Very common through the menopause transition as your estrogen levels decrease. You might not necessarily have a change in weight, but you notice a change in body composition. So it's harder to maintain muscle mass and bone mass, but you do tend to gain some of the adipose tissue, the fat, particularly around the midsection. And Natalie, you and I were talking about how this is probably actually evolutionary adaptation because fat cells can make another form of estrogen. So your body's trying to do its best to help you out with hot flashes and things, but in our modern society, it's not usually so well appreciated.
Exactly. And so a big part of the work I do is holding space for both two realities. One, you don't have to like it. Like, it's so normal to be frustrated, to feel like, okay, my clothes aren't fitting the same, or the way that I move through space feels differently. Of course, you feel frustrated and you wish that wasn't the case. And this is our body showing up for us. This is our body doing what it's meant to do. And how to hold space for both of these things and show up with care and respect.